Well, good morning. This is kind of a transitional time in the garden where some of the early perennials are now making seed pods. And this is a poppy that I have in the backyard. You've seen the one in the front, and this is one I have in the back. So we're trimming it back, and then it will give it an opportunity to sprout new growth. If you'll take a look down here, it's already starting to get new leaves. And so we'll just trim all of this away and let the new leaves take over. Look at, see, there's some right there too. So one of the other things I've been doing too, that's a kind of a task I do, maybe 2 to 3 times in the summer. We'll take a look at it over here. In order to get there, we're going to go through what is soon to be our patio. This is the last time you're going to see it this way because next week the crew's coming in. In the meantime, what I'm doing is slowly removing these rocks because they want it back to about here. So all of these plants that I've got that are in the way, I'm going to take them out and pot them into pots and stash them somewhere. This one I think I can leave, and maybe this one, but we'll just have to see. Over here is our winter jasmine that you've seen before. And it has to be pruned on and off all summer long, or it'll hang down. But the key that I've discovered about doing this is you need to, when you take a look at a branch that needs to be pruned, let's say like this one, you want to come back and prune it just as close to where a leaf comes out. And then it'll sprout there. If you don't do that, then you end up with, well, like here, I didn't get this close enough. So you end up with these ugly little things sticking out like that. So we'll take that and prune that back. Now look at this one. See, that's not good at all. So we'll just take that and make that, see, it looks a lot better when you do it like that. And then it also will sprout. If you take a look here where I've pruned one, you can see that it's got new shoots coming out. So that's kind of the key to pruning this winter jasmine. Okay, let's move on to the greenhouse. I'll show you something that I've been doing there. Right now, the greenhouse is getting a little warm for a lot of our plants. So I've moved quite a few back into the shade, and we'll kind of shut down the greenhouse. But in the meantime, I do have some stuff I'm doing there. What I've done here, I had some poor germination on my pole beans. I've only got about 6 plants. So I planted some in here, and I'm attempting to sprout them. The problem is these little things get dry really fast in this weather. So what I'm going to do is to take one of my, well, let's see, what do we want to use here? I want something that's, oh, I know, we'll use this. This is perfect height. So we'll take this, and I'm going to set these down in it. And then I'm going to put compost all around that so that it will stay nice and moist.
I'll spread that out just a little bit to make it easier to put the compost around.
Oh, okay, that works. So I've got a bucket here with just some good compost in it. We'll just put it all around these little plants. The reason I planted them in these fiber pots is that beans really don't like to be transplanted. So if you have them in something you can put in the ground that will eventually just become part of the soil, then you don't disturb their little roots and they're a lot happier. So we'll keep an eye on this, and by next week, maybe, or the week after, we should see some shoots.
Next week we'll be so busy with a construction crew here redoing the patio that we probably won't do anything but get these watered.
Well, by Friday, hopefully, it'll be done. We'll see. So there we go. That should keep those little guys a lot happier than they were. As you can see, most of the greenhouse is kind of shut down. I do have a few plants in here. My indigo mandriquats, these seem to not mind the heat, so I haven't decided whether to leave them in here or move them. So I've got those two left in here, and I've got my coleus. I'll probably move it out somewhere. This is just some aquatic iris that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. This is around my choke cherry, there was a little, it gets sprouts coming up around it. So I dug one of them up. And as you can see, it's starting to get new leaves on it. So I definitely will put it outside. This I'm going to transplant. This is a euphorbia that I got from Burpees. And it says this plant is alive and it's under the soil and it's supposed to sprout. Well, hopefully we'll see. And this is another plant I got from them. And I'll be planting that around the greenhouse.
Well, that's it for this time. Gretchen's Garden and Greenhouse. Thanks so much for joining us. We may be here next week. We may not. Depends on what the construction crew does for us. Take care now.
Bye.